The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, good morning everybody, or afternoon, depending where you're joining us from. This is Gail Thompson from Secured Signing, and thank you for joining our webinar today, showcasing Secured Signing integration with Salesforce. So before we kick off, I just want to make sure everybody can see my screen and hear me. If you can't, please send me a message in the chat so I know something's not working. Very good. Okay, so again, thank you so much for joining us. A quick summary of our agenda for the next 30 minutes for this webinar. I'm going to quickly touch on or remind you about secured signing and what is unique with our signing technology, which we use digital signature technology. Then I'm going to jump into a demonstration of our integration with Salesforce. So I'm hoping to spend majority of our time doing that. There's a lot of features to showcase, so I will do my best to show as many as I can within that time frame. Also, just to clarify that this webinar assumes that you have some knowledge of secured signing already in terms of how to use our platform. So it's not going to be so much how to use secured signing itself, but just showing how our existing features are available through Salesforce. So if you are new to secured signing and some of these things are completely new to you, please get in touch with myself after the webinar, and I'll be more than happy to do a demonstration of secured signing itself. So it's, just so you don't get confused. So there is an assumption that you know a bit about our software already. Okay, so just a quick reminder about who we are. Secured Signing, we're a cloud-based digital signing platform. We facilitate the signing and completion of documents online. We've been around for a wee while in sort of cloud industry days, and we launched with our offering in 2010. We are based in Auckland, New Zealand, that's where our head office is based, and that's where I am today. So that explains my accent. But we do have customers in over 30 countries across the world who do use our platform every day to conduct their business. So that's very important. And with secured signing, you can create documents, create signing workflows that are tailored to your processes. We send automatic reminders and notifications for you, so automating some of the stuff that you're doing today. And of course, we also have advanced reporting. So if you do have a team of sales people or whatever is relevant to your industry, you can see what they're doing in real time online. So it gives you much more visibility and control over a signing process than you probably have today. Okay, so I suppose the one thing every chance I do a webinar, I like to highlight what is unique about secured signing, and particularly around the technology that we use, because this has implications, I think, for businesses, and there's not enough awareness in the market around the different types of signing technologies that are available to you. So what secured signing, since we launched, we've used digital signature technology that is different to most of what our competitors use, which is an electronic signature. So I'm just going to briefly explain the difference. If it's new to you, that's great. If you already know it, then you can sort of ignore the next 2 minutes. But so in terms of electronic signature, is an image of a signature that can be added to any document. It is simply an image that is placed on top of the document. That image can be copy and pasted by anyone and placed in any other document. And there is no link between that image of a signature and the document itself. What that means is if someone was to get their hands on a document of yours that was signed with an electronic signature, they could make changes to the document, but you won't know that it has been altered because the signature will appear as valid and everything would look normal, even though there's been a change to the document. So a digital signature is different in that it gives you not only a signing tool, it also seals your document with the signature, which gives you what we call document security. So you know that your data, whether it's a contract, an employment agreement, whatever it might be, a loan documentation, that information that was signed is sealed. And if anyone was to amend the contract after it was signed, then the signature will become invalid. The signature will become invalid in any PDF reader, so you don't have to open your documents in Salesforce or secured signing. You can use any PDF reader on the market to verify the signatures, and we call that independent verification. You're not having to use our system to check for signatures. The tool to validate whether anything has been changed is actually part of the signature itself. So that is how digital signature is unique and much more secure, and gives you more than a signing tool. It gives you peace of mind knowing that you have a way to detect if your document has been changed after it was signed. So just very quickly, these are two signatures here. Quick test for you, which one's a digital signature and which one is an electronic. If you guessed that number 2 is the digital signature, that is correct. It cannot be copy and pasted, and it gives you much more information than an electronic signature, which is number 1. And you can see it's just an image that can be copy and pasted. So last on that, we compare the digital signature is like the old wax seal, giving you more than a signing tool. Okay, so now we get into the interesting stuff. So Secured Signing launched our integration, or released our integration with Salesforce late last year. We built a very deep integration with Salesforce, and one that we're very proud of. What it does is, I'll show you in the next slide, but essentially this is where you can get the integration is through the Salesforce App Exchange, which is the Salesforce marketplace. So you can get lots of other tools from there. You simply go through to the App Exchange Salesforce here, and then you type Secured Signing in the search bar at the top, and you'll come through to our Salesforce and Secured Signing integration page. There are videos and slides, so you can refer to this later in your own time as well, or share it with other colleagues in your team. And you can also watch another quick demo there. So that's just where you can get to later if you want some more information. And also when you're ready to add it to your Salesforce, this is where you go. So why would you use an integration with Salesforce over using Secured Signing directly? So this is just a very brief slide around some of the benefits. So with the integration, you can send your documents for signing and monitor the signing process directly from Salesforce. That means you don't have to log into a separate system just to send out documents for signature and to monitor the signing process. So it means that yourselves and your team can do everything from within your main systems of customer management, which is Salesforce in this case. Okay. You can also have access to all of Secured Signing features and tools within Salesforce. So it's essentially taking Secured Signing and putting it inside your Salesforce platform, which is really cool. And lastly, it gives your, again, management and your team themselves the ability to monitor and manage any signing processes that are live from within the one platform that they're using to manage all their other sales related activities already. So it's just making it more efficient by simplifying how you do things in your business and bringing it all to the one single platform that you're already using today. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll jump into the demonstration. Feel free to post any questions that you have, but I'll try and answer them. If it's a quick one, I'll answer it on the go. If it's a slightly longer one or something I'll come to later in the demonstration, I will just answer it later. I have, if we have time, allowed for some question and answer at the end, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so what I'll do now, so now I'm in Salesforce. So hopefully this is a familiar place to you. With Secured Signing in Salesforce, you can use it in a number of different places in your sales pipeline process or funnel management process. Now, different businesses will use their workflow within Salesforce might be a bit different. So what I'm going to show you in particular today is accounts and contact. So if you have existing accounts and how you manage it, you can also use Secured Signing in opportunities, leads, and more. So it's not limiting it to that. So what I've got here is I've opened an account. This account is called Secured Signing. We've got a couple of contacts that we've created already. We have an opportunity here, and also notes and attachments that are relevant to this account. Okay, so what you need to start off a secured signing process, you need to upload your files that you're wanting to sign into the right place. So either an account or a contact. So I'm going to just simply go to my computer and upload the right file. Let's imagine that, oh, actually it's the wrong one I want to use. Sorry, I'm just going to get another one. Let's assume that it's a document that needs to be signed by the client. So first you upload the document here, and it's under notes and attachments. Then when you're ready to send it out, you will have the start secured signing button. So this is a place you will start any of the secured signing functionality within Salesforce. Okay, so next you'll have the pop-up window which is asking you what you'd like to do. So like I mentioned, you get secured signing within Salesforce. So you have the WeSign process, which is inviting other people to sign documents. You can use our Smart Tag, which is an automation tool that you can create into your document creation process. So I will touch on that if we have time. And then we have two form creation functions available to you. So you can use Form Direct, which is special forms that we have created for you, and those are commonly used by medium up type customers. We work with you around a specific document that you might get signed over and over again. We create it in HTML5 format, so it's really light for mobile and focused around customer usage and the signing experience. So that's something that I will show later. And then we also have Form Filler. So that is when you can create documents or document templates yourself, combining Salesforce field and secured signing. So what I'm going to start with is the WeSign process, and that is you simply wanting to send a document out for signature. So what you can see is you have all the documents that are attached to this account in this instance. So you can see, you're an account level, and I'm going to choose which document I want, and then you do WeSign. Now, if you wanted to do a package, you simply select multiple documents at this stage, and then you've created a packet to be signed. Now, next you can see the system's taken you through to the WeSign process window. Again, if you're a user of secured signing, this will look very familiar for you because it is actually the same as it would appear within secured signing, only you accessed it via Salesforce, so you didn't go to secured signing and logged in directly. What else is cool with the integration is that when you click to the add signature, so you need to tell the person where they need to sign, you can see that the contacts that are linked to this account have pre-populated already. So if you're not using it through the integration, you would need to put manually the email address, first name and last name of the person, but through the integration, it's automatically picked up who is related to this account. Okay, so I'm going to choose say Amy, and she needs to sign here. The last person, which is actually the user, the person that is logged into Salesforce. So my user or me is demo secured signing, but for yourself, it might be your salesperson. So their details are already there. And if you imagine this is a situation where the client needs to sign and a representative of the company, they would simply just click on their name and position it where it needs to go. So it's really easy. Just all the information is there. They just need to say who signs and where and position it on the page. If you have really long documents, you can use our multi-page signing where you simply can select all pages and then that signature will be automatically placed on all the pages. Of course, even odd, and you can choose page selection. This document only has one page, so it's not relevant. You can also choose whether it's an initial or full signature, and then add any additional features that you need, like you'd like the person signing to include their job title or the reason that they're signing. So you would go through and put in the right signature boxes where you need them to. Once you've done that, you would click Next. and then it takes you to the invitation workflow screen. So this is where you, depending on the process that you're doing, it's the signing workflow that you're deciding. So you can decide the due date. If there's multiple people, you can decide the order in which they sign. You can edit the emails that they will receive, both the invitation email and the completion email. So you can personalize it with adding your own branding, etc. And all of the features that will show up in your invitation workflow window depend on the settings that you've activated in secured signing. So if you don't see some of these when you're using secure signing yourself, is perhaps you haven't activated those settings. So that's another conversation. But once you've selected the right email, unless you want to use, of course, the system default one, any other information, whether there's other notification people that you need to notify, perhaps payroll, your manager, so on and so forth. When you've tailored this to your right process, you simply click send. Now, again, that invitation workflow screen pop-up should be familiar to you because it's the same as it is in secured signing, and it brings all the features, all the settings that you've turned on in your account through to Salesforce. Okay, so what happened now? We've sent out the invitation to Amy, and we can see that we've got a little secured signing progress tab here, and we can see that we've sent out this one. So this is just giving you a quick, this is how you would manage the process while it's in progress, as we call it. If you are familiar with secured signing, you have the same functionality within secured signing. So this is just giving you the ability to monitor a live signing process through Salesforce. So again, you never have to leave Salesforce. You can change the due date from here, extend it, bring it forward. You can update the email address. So if you've got the email address wrong, of course, the email address would be wrong in your Salesforce contact file as well, so you need to update that ongoing. If you wanted to move it to in-person signing or adding any other features plus manual reminders, you can do it from here. So this is how you would manage a live document under the secured signing document tab, and these are, as you can see, I've done quite a few. So that's where it shows you. Now I just want to show that in the meantime, Amy here has received her invitation to sign. So this is just a default email, but again, you can add all your branding to this. And then when you're ready to sign, you simply click to sign. Amy has a secured signing account, so she just puts in her password. But if your customers don't have a secured signing account, they will have a 4-digit passcode to enter. And then they simply go through and sign. Now, again, I'm not going to show the different signing methods, but they are there for you, and you can have a go, and then you click sign when you're done. And that's it. So now that the signing process has finished, what happens next? So I will show you. So of course, Amy, so I've now with Amy, can view the document from here, and she can also download it if she'd like. On completion, both parties will receive a completion email, so that will come through shortly. So that's the completion email. Again, similar to what you would get if you use secured signing directly, so it's the same process through initiating it through Salesforce. Completion email with the signed document attached that is delivered to both all parties, and there's a signature here. But the cool thing with the integration is that you don't have to, at the moment you'd have to upload the signed document into Salesforce to keep it. But what I'll show you now is that you can see, if I just refresh, that the status has changed to complete here. So you can, if you view the progress again, it would show completed, so it's been signed, nothing to do, but the signed document has been automatically replaced under notes and attachments. So the file that you had uploaded originally was unsigned, and on signing it replaces that with the signed copy, and you can download it further from here if you like, but it's also stored in Salesforce. So depending on where in Salesforce you initiated the signing process, so in this account it was under the secured signing account, Salesforce account, that's where it saves the document back to. So depending from where you initiate, and there's lots of different starting point within Salesforce that you can initiate a signing depending on what's most relevant to you, it will save the signed document or documents, if it's a package, back there. Okay, any questions? No? Okay, wonderful. What I'm going to show next is I'm just going to go to contacts, and I'm going to open up Amy's contact, and I'm going to show you how I can use Form Filler. Now, Form Filler is a document template tool, and you can, I'm going to show you how you can create a new template, because this is really cool for creating your own templates yourself. So you can, I think this is a signed one. So sorry, I'm just going to go back to Amy and upload a blank one, because I've only got signed ones. So if you, when you're ready to create your own template, you would upload a blank your blank document template into Notes and Attachment. That's done. And then you will click on Start Secured Signing, and you will choose Create a New Template here. You need to select your form that you've just uploaded. So in this case, I'm doing a leave request form. And again, this could be anything that is meaningful for your business, whether it's a loan agreement, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is, again, if you're familiar with our template tool from Secured Signing, this is exactly the same, but within starting from Salesforce. So you can add the signature box. Now this will change, so it's why it doesn't have the person's details, because it's a template. So a template is a document you're going to use over and over again. So add where the signature needs to go, and then you can add form fields, and this is really cool. So this is the Salesforce fields that are available to you in Secured Signing. What it means is that you can choose information from within Salesforce. So for instance, in contact, you can choose the first name, last name, job title of the person, and two things will happen. It will first pull in the information through, if that field has some information in your Salesforce profile already, it will pull or pre-populate that information into your form or templates. If it doesn't and it's blank, it will show up blank. However, when your client, customer, whoever it is, fills in that field, so captures information into that field, it will push and update that information automatically into Salesforce. So if title, for example, was blank, once the person fills it in, it will pre-populate it back into Salesforce, all automatically. So this is a real advantage of the integration, and will save your team a lot of time entering this data manually at the moment, and of course avoiding human errors as much as possible, because you can also create validation in these fields too. So it's sort of protects that the right format or information is entered into the field. So you can choose from contact, account, so account name, and you can cross and add fields from all of these different sections: opportunity, campaign, leads, contract, and so on and so forth. So you would go through and add that, say billing address, and you can resize it and so on and so forth with the tools up here. Let's do another one. Let's do first name. So remember, this is Salesforce field. If it's a field that you don't have in Salesforce but you still need to capture, then you can simply add a secured signing field here. So it's still the same features. It just won't update or pull data through from Salesforce because it's not a Salesforce field. And so on and so forth. Once you've created your template, you just need to save it, and then you're done. So that's how you can create templates and send them out. If you're wanting to choose an existing template, sorry, I'm just going to go back. So again, you just go to Start Secured Signing and you click on the form filler, and then it gives you the list of templates that you've already created here, and this includes both your Salesforce template perhaps and other templates that you've created in Secured Signing. So it's when you integrate the two, it pulls all the data or information settings that it relates to your Secured Signing account in through Salesforce. So you don't have to start again. So if you already have a Secured Signing account and you also use Salesforce and you want to now use the two together. You don't have to open a new secured signing account. You just connect your existing account with Salesforce, and all the good stuff that you've invested time in, like your branding, like your email templates, like your document templates, they automatically flow through and are available to you through Salesforce. So again, that's really cool, and obviously saves you a lot of time, so you're not having to start again. So you would just simply choose a template, and then you go start sending, and off it goes. See, it's pre-populated some of Amy's information because it knows where to get it from, her details, her email, and her phone number. And then you just click next to send it through, and it's the same process that you are familiar with around the invitation workflow. Okay, so I'm just mindful of the time. I'm just going to go back and show two other things if I can. So if you do use Form Direct, or you want us to create some of those document templates for you instead of you having to do it yourself, then you would use, like I mentioned, a Form Direct. So I have an example of Form Direct here, and Form Direct's a bit different. You don't have to upload a document first. We will take care of that. So simply you just go to the right place in Salesforce, contact, and then you click on Secured Signing and Form Direct. Then you would choose from a list of forms that are available to you, and this depends on your account and the settings that we've worked together and the forms that we've built for you. I'm going to use an individual agreement example. So I'm just going to choose that. Again, if I tick multiple ones, it'd create a package for me. And then I'm just going to go through the steps. As you can see, it's auto-populated the information from Salesforce. And you can also choose the email template like you do, and then you send it out. So that's the sender role. And then, like with a WeSign or a form filler, you now have a new line in your secured signing actions list, which is this individual agreement that has been sent. As you can see, as things progress, you also get the status changes. So again, you can click the view progress here, and you can see that is the same. Okay, and now Amy in this case would get an email with a link through to the individual agreement document, which is this, what we've got here. So they would click through, and again, it's all very similar. This is just using HTML5, which is why it's you're not able to create it yourself, and we have to create it for you for this technology. So if you are interested in us creating some of those forms for you so you can access them through Salesforce, please get in touch with me as well. Now I'm just mindful of the time, so I'm just wondering if there's any questions at this stage. Okay, so we've got one question around pricing. So the pricing for the Salesforce integration, there is an added cost because of the additional benefits for the integration. So the way that it works is you would still pay your secured signing plan account, depending on which account you have. Sorry, I'll just go through here. So it's and you can go to our pricing page to find out more information if you don't have an existing account with us. But there is an additional $10 US per month per user to have the functionality within Salesforce, and that is paid to Salesforce. So that is the additional cost to have the added benefits of this integration, where you can get some more automation and send all your documents from a centralized system rather than having to log into two separate systems with the current state. So that is the difference in price. Any other questions? How to get started? Yep, so when you're ready, you just click the Get It Now, and then it'll ask you to log in to Salesforce, and it will guide you through the process. There is a connection step where you have to connect, obviously, your secured signing account with Salesforce, and you have to enter some passcodes to do that. But it's, yeah, very straightforward, and gives you lots of additional tools and benefits for your team, that they can do everything from one place, and they can as I say, remove the manual data entry, which perhaps is happening at the moment, and also making sure that everything is automatically saved in the right place at the end as well. And really, yeah, with this integration, there is no need to log into secured signing on a day-to-day basis. The administrator of your account would still need to log into secured signing to manage the secured signing settings. So that still is done in secured signing. But whatever settings you create are then available to you through Salesforce. Okay, so I'm just want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Hopefully you found that really useful and a good starting point to think about how you can improve your current processes and make them more efficient if you use Salesforce already. If you'd like to see a demonstration, again, privately, please feel free to contact myself, gal.thompson with a P, THOMPSON at securedsigning.com, or if you're ready to give it a go yourself, just open a free account. Here is the link, but you can also access it from our website. So just simply click free trial and you can open a free account and try it for yourself and connect the two systems together to see if it suits your business and your processes. So again, thank you so much and have a wonderful day.